Oh boy, this game. Okay, so hello everyone. So what's going on? I didn't make an April Fool's video this year. I just didn't really think of anything funny or sufficiently funny that I really want to do for April Fool's this year. So I thought, okay, the heck with it. I'll just skip it this year. But recently, I was going through Gemini's some of his older shovelware diggers videos, and I came upon a video where he played this game. Now, I actually know this game because this game was on the first Game Fest CD. I never got around to playing it because it's a Windows game, as you can probably tell from looking at it. This is a Windows game, and I didn't play any of the Windows games on that CD. But I did play them, or I didn't play them in a video. I didn't make any videos about the Windows games, but I did play this game when I was a kid. And so when I saw Gemini playing this, I thought, this game's actually kind of cute and kind of funny and kind of my type of game. One of the reasons I wanted to play this is because I found out from Gemini's video there's actually a sequel to this game, which I didn't know about. So I'll probably make a video about the sequel soon. But let's get started with first things first. Let's go ahead and play the Hero, the Challenge version 1. So let's start with the story so far. Hero, the Challenge is the story of you, the hero/hunter of your village. Returning from an unsuccessful hunt, you find that a small dragon has destroyed your village. It is up to you to collect the power of the land and save what is left of your people. Okay, I'm done. Alright, instructions. Instructions are pretty straightforward. Use the direction buttons on screen to move your character around the valley. When the direction keys are missing, you must make a choice. Common decisions can be avoided by moving to the screen. The dragon should be your final encounter. This is the toughest monster in the game, and when defeated, will trigger the ending sequence. To add an item to inventory, click on it with the mouse. To give an item in your inventory to someone else, click on it with the mouse. If nothing happens, then the person has no use for that item. Your scores are very important. Each one will be needed throughout the game. If you know them, it'll change the game person. When the computer beeps at you, that means the score has changed. So, this is kind of an RPG, but it's a very light RPG. Like, it's the lightest RPG you could possibly imagine. Seriously, it's such a very small and short and simple game, but I like it just because it has that sort of artisan touch. It has that kind of charming feel to it that something has when it's made by one person. Or, well, I guess it's not made by just one person. I mean, the main work, I guess, was done by Jamie C. Wakefield, but then there were these other people who contributed, like Bill Quesnell did, I guess, the programming, and then the graphics done by Lee Guptill. So, and then information encouragement from Marilyn Whitaker and Dan Callahan. So, but I mean, this is really like a very small sort of operation made by a couple of people who were just having fun in Middlebury, Vermont in the 1990s. They thought, hey, let's just make a game for Windows, and they did. So, this was the result. So, let's go ahead and play and see what kind of adventures we can have here. So, we need to put in a name. I'll just go ahead and put in Late Blight, and you need to click on randomize to randomize your character's stats. And I mean, you can keep clicking on randomize, as is typical in RPGs, to get random stats, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the game is so simple that actually you don't really need to worry about this that much. Good help. High strength will cause more damage in combat. High agility will make you more agile in combat, raising your protection against attacks. Health will take you more damage, and high skill increases your chances to hit your opponent. Okay. So I don't have very high skill here, but I guess the rest, I think I'm okay. Let's go ahead and play. So, the day has been long and frustrating. Your village is out of meat, and no game has passed in front of your stand. Should we wait a little longer, head back to the village, or head further into the woods? Let's see. If we wait a little longer, we wait until dark, but the largest animal you see is a blue jay. Okay. Head further into the woods. You head further into farther. You head farther into the woods until it gets dark, seeing nothing. The woods are eerily quiet. Okay, so let's head back to the village. From the woods, you can see that the village is a shambles. A dragon has destroyed your village. At the moment, he is surveying the wreckage and contemplating eating your wife. Oh no! Do we attack the dragon? Well, no, let's leave that for last, because the game said the dragon should be our last encounter. Do we run and hide? You run for what seems like hours, finally running out of fear in front of a small church. So there are a couple of churches in this game. I think they just heal you if you go inside. Yeah, you feel refreshed, renewed, revitalized. Your course is clear, and you feel assured that you can defeat the dragon. So I'm actually not sure where I am. If you choose to run and hide, it actually sends you off to some far-flung place like this. I should have chosen to sneak into the woods to prepare attack because that would have taken me closer to the village, but no matter. So this game is a very simple grid. You can see I have north, west, south, and east, and so you can explore the whole place pretty easily. Oh, whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. Farther in the woods than you've been in a while, a strange little tree sits in the center of the woods. So when you see stuff like this sitting on the ground, you can just click on it to pick it up. You add the little tree to your inventory. It seems to wriggle in your grasp when you pick it up, and you think you hear a girlish little giggle. Like a little girl. Okay, let's see. What's here? Oh, a beautiful unicorn stands here grazing, stops, turns, and looks at you. You remember hearing that a unicorn's horn would make a very powerful weapon. Should we attack the unicorn? No, let's not do that. Watch in silence. Let's talk to the unicorn. Tell of your plight. You tell the unicorn your plight. I see, young warrior. Let me help you as best I can. He touches you lightly with his horn, and that increased our honor. So the other stats here are important as well, but you need to get your honor up to a specific level before you can do some things in this game. So right at the beginning, I guess your main focus is increasing your honor because that will have benefits later on. So, you vaguely remember playing here as a child with the other children of the village. Now they are all warriors like you. Now some are dead at the dragon's claws and dragon's breath. Some are merely being saved for later, like your wife. So, a favorite hunting place, you fondly remember all the game you've taken from these woods for your village. I could not help but see what has occurred. You must save your village and your mare. I guess he calls our wife our mare because he's a horse and he sees women as mares. That's very romantic. Next time, for those of you guys who are married, next time you see your wife, call her your mare and see how flattered she is. I'm sure she'll be very flattered by that. Seek out the sturdy dwarfs and the agile elves. Maybe they can help you. I hear they both make magic armaments. Okay, where can I find these elves? The elves are far to the south and east of here, quite some distance. It is said they have possession of a mighty sword. Okay, and the dwarves? The dwarves are said to be far to the east of here. Prove you are worthy of their best armor. Okay, thanks. So, yeah, the woods beckon to you. Your quest awaits, and you can faintly hear your wife's cries back in what used to be the village. And I think if we go west from here, yeah, this takes us back to the dragons. So let's say sneak into the woods to prepare your attack, and that would have taken us here. So you can see we can't go north. We're already at the northern edge of the village. So let's just do a systematic sweep. Let's just go all the way east, because the dragon is west from here. So let's just go all the way east to cut off to finish off the northern row of the grid, and then we can just do the grid row by row. So if we go back east, I already spoke to the Pegasus here. We've already seen all this. You really have a craving for a Big Mac. How am I going to save my village? Defeat a dragon. Maybe the gypsy woman can help me. Too bad she's always moving around. I have no idea where she is now. Yeah, there's no gypsy woman in this game. Here's the dwarf. A lone dwarf stands here guarding the path into the village. Hail, warrior! Hail and well met, axes high, brother. I hear you have some armor for me. We are guarding armor for someone. A great hero shall come and claim it in the land's time of need. Touch my axe, and we shall see if you are that hero. Okay, click on the axe. You are not honorable enough to be the one. Come back when you have earned more honor. Right, so like I said, you have to earn more honor to deal with some folks like this guy. Damn, these woods seem to last forever. I agree, young warrior. That is why we dwarves stay in the tunnels of the warm earth. So much easier not to get lost. I'm not sure that's true. Have you ever played Dwarf Fortress, buddy? Anyway, we'll come back here when this guy... we'll come back to this guy when we have more honor. I just realized, why does he have a smiley face on his... He has a smiley face belt buckle. That's cute. All right, so here's a church again. We can go inside the church, but there's really not much point to doing so now because we can, when we're injured, we can go in and get healed. But right now we're not. We haven't lost any health. So anyway, the edge of the valley, the mountains must be at the end of the world. Or the mountains must be the end of the world. Anyone that goes over them never comes back. All right, so let's go west now. Boy, it must be later than I thought. Oh, a strange large warrior advances toward you, blood on his axe. He looks hungry. So we can say, if you're looking for a beating, you came to the right man. You can say, that wouldn't be human blood on that axe, would it? Or you can say, hey, calm down, I was just passing through. But let's go ahead and skip that guy for now. You can escape those guys by just going in a different direction. An old warrior kneels in front of a small shrine. Despite his age, he looks dignified and noble. Tell me, young warrior, what do you seek? We can say I seek mead and a woman to replace the one I lost. I seek power that I might defeat a mighty dragon. Yeah, that's definitely going to be helpful. You will need much power if you seek to defeat a dragon. I am sorry, but I have no power to give. Okay, do you have any help for us saving our woman? I can teach you the ways of honor. Perhaps that will help you. The old man teaches you many lessons on honor and making the right choices. His stories are fascinating and you learn much from him. Okay, thanks, buddy. I guess that's all we can do here. Our honor went up by another 5 points. Oh, here we can have... Ah, welcome back, my young friend. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to teach you, but I value your company at any time. Can we click on the guy? No, we can't do anything else here. Okay, we're done. So yeah, we're back here to whose woods these are. I think I know his house is in the village, though. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have miles to go before I sleep. Oh, they stopped the poem there. They could have gone on, but okay. So more peaceful woods. Ah, this black and red creature stands here as if eternally waiting for someone to challenge him. Behind them there seems to be a hole in the ground. So we can attack this guy, and if we defeat him, then we can go through that hole in the ground, but let's not do that yet because we need to buff ourselves up a bit more. This guy's actually a fairly tough fighter. We can say, hail, but he stands still as ever, ever waiting, ever prepared. Or we can say, you're a big fellow, I'll just be moving along. The creature seems not to notice you. So he doesn't provoke us. You can attack him and get into a fight with him, but otherwise he will not provoke us. This guy, on the other hand, might. A large warrior breed which is strange to you. He looks part salamander, part human, and part dragon. Yeah, these guys will attack you if you let them, so let's just run away. The cracked and scarred purple mountains, supposedly formed when a witch and a demon had a lover's quarrel. No one can pass out of the... something. They didn't account for screen element presentation, cutting off the end of the text there. Oh well. More purple the glowing purple mountains, supposedly. Oh wait. Oh, I was going to say, is this the same screen? But no, it's not. This one ends with the heat keeps. Okay. The woods seem so peaceful. It seems impossible that a dragon is sitting in the midst of your village while the woods still seem so calm. Ah, a small red gem sits in the woods. It glitters in the sunlight. You pick up the small gem. It seems to be warm in your hands as if a small fire burns within. A large ogre was making camp in this spot. You have just disturbed his dinner. He grabs his sword and shield and charges. So we can fight this guy as well, but we'll do that later. Again, we can just run away. Something stinks. A strange smell is coming from the west. Yeah, that's the ogre. Here's a small shrine, small church, which has the same effect. It heals you when you've lost some health. Where the hell am I? The woods smell of moss and peace. A long way off, you know that your woman is waiting, praying that you will find a way to slay the vile dragon. Ah, it looks as if someone has left a book here. The pages flutter in the light wind. Perhaps it contains secret dragon lore, or maybe even magic spells. Let's see. You pick up the book, but it seems to contain a writing you've never seen before. You cannot understand it. Alright, fair enough. Maybe somebody else can. The far mountains. You've always wanted to see what is on the other side, but there always seems to be more time to do it later. Yes. Morgen, no nicht heute. It would be so easy to head for the mountains and never come back. Let someone else deal with the dragon. You think of your friends and family and think about how good it will feel to hold the dragon's heart in your hands. Ah, a small bell sits on the forest floor. Curiously, several small mice are near its base, but they scatter as you come into view. This "its" should be without the apostrophe. You add the small bell to your inventory. It feels heavier than you would have thought. It is warm and glows slightly. Alright, let's move on. Oh, a vicious-looking sword hangs suspended in mid-air, surrounded by black roses. A voice sounds in your head. Take me, warrior, and the valley will run red with blood. Okay, will you help me free my village? Yes, I will help you slay your entire village. No one there ever appreciated you, did they? I don't know, actually. We don't really know anything about the people in our village in this game, do we? The game never really told us much about them. Red with blood? Why doesn't that sound good to me? Because you have never tasted the glory of the dark side of life. Anything you wish can be yours with enough power. I can give you that power. Sorry, for some reason doing that particular voice is really irritating my throat quite a bit. I'm sorry. Are you a good sword or a bad sword? Touch me and find out. All right. Well, I think you can probably guess what happens if you touch the sword. I'll probably do that later. Let's do this. Let's let's finish the game first, do the game properly, and then we can go back and do all the little side things that get you killed or have negative effects. So we can, yeah, we can come back and do this later. Um, oh, hey. Hi, if you really like this game, send us $3. Even if you don't like it, how about sending us a couple of comments on why and how to make it better? So the options are, okay, $3 is nothing, what's your address? Or why should I? Or what else? Why should I? Well, I'm trying to prove that shareware prices are way too high. $3 is very little. That's true, $3. I think even when this game came out, $3 was not very much, especially for a game. I mean, it wasn't. It really wasn't very much for a computer game. Although this game is a little bit shorter than average. But anyway, what else? The guys and gal who wrote this are desperately trying to become the next big shareware company. Help us get started. I wonder whatever happened to these people. Did they? I mean, I know they made that sequel. Like I said, there's a sequel to this game called Super Her, but I don't know if they ever did anything after that. But anyway, so you can say, okay, $3 is nothing. What's your address? And pay attention to our honor. Our honor is 10 now, and it goes up to 15 if you click on this. And so yeah, so Jamie C. Wakefield's P.O. Box is there in Middlebury, Vermont. Thanks a lot, I really appreciate it. But there's a bug in the game. If you leave the screen and come back, you can just keep clicking on, okay, $3 is nothing, what's your address? You can just keep doing this over and over, and just keep bumping up your honor each time. And I don't think that we need more than 20 honor. I think 20 honor is actually enough to do all the honor, to pass all the honor checks in this game. But just for giggles, let's go ahead and grind our honor up to, I don't know, what do we want to grind it up to? 100? Yeah, we can do 100. I guess 100's pretty easy. It's actually not, it strikes me, it's actually not very honorable to cheat the game and use a trick to gain honor that is not really ours to have. So it's actually not a very honorable thing that I just did, but it's just a game. So a nap would be good right about now. Yes, I agree. A fierce-looking warrior preparing his dinner over a small fire. Oh, that's the whole sentence. A fierce-looking warrior preparing his dinner over a small fire. He sees you, stands, and readies his axe. I think this guy is actually. I think this guy is actually friendly. There are 3 of these guys, but I think one of them actually does not attack you unless you attack him first. So let's. I'll wait until I'm. I think this is the friendly guy, but I want to be. I don't want to die if I'm wrong. So I'll go ahead and come back here later. The peaceful forest stretches out before you. It is amazing to you that such a place could hold such. So I'm trying to read too fast. I know I'm being a bit sloppy with my reading here because I don't really feel the need to. I should probably just skip over this filler text. I mean, it's not really important that I read every single word of the filler text, is it? Yeah, you can read that for yourself if you want. It's just kind of, it's a little cheesy if I read every single word because it's kind of, I mean, this is just flavor text. There's nothing really critical to it. Talks about walking hand in hand with your wife. That's sweet. Oh, a small key sitting atop the forest floor. You wonder what its use could be. You pick up the small key, wondering what you'll do with it, but thinking it's stupid just to leave it lying on the forest floor. I actually don't think there's ever any use for the key. All the key really does is just trigger. The heat forces you to keep your place. I think taking the key just triggers this. So if you go back, this person pops up. I guess she's a witch. And she says, "Why did you take my key?" Well, I mean, I'll say because it was just laying there. Actually, I think it should be just lying there. "Well, the next time you touch something of mine, I'll turn you into a toad. Think about it." She disappears. And that's really it. I never figured out anything else that you can do with that witch, so I don't think there's anything really to do with her. That's the whole thing. I'm not sure, but I think these are the Purple Mountains. Okay, so we're already in the southwest corner of the grid, so this is already the last row of the game grid. So like I said, it's not a long game at all. We've already seen almost everything that there is to see. "Welcome, young warrior. I am all-seeing and know of your quest. If you will find me the spell book I lost, I will teach you how to throw a lightning bolt." Okay, great. I can use a little magic. Good luck in finding my spell book then. Is this your spell book, sir? Ah, there it is. Thank you, young warrior. As I promised, I will teach you how to cast a lightning bolt in payment. And he does. You have my thanks, young warrior. So, just curious, if you're all seeing, wouldn't you have been able to see where your book was? I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot here with awkward questions, but it seems to me that if you're all seeing, then maybe you might have seen where the book went, because just kind of like that's just seems like a valid, logical reasoning process to me. But what do I know? I'm not a super cool conjurer like that guy. There's a pungent, acidic odor coming from the west. Do wizards smell pungent and acidic? I don't know. Something smells fishy? Okay. Oh, a beautiful girl bathes here. Her hair looks vaguely like seaweed, and her skin is clear and translucent. She stands, and you notice that she is naked. Come to me, oh man. I have great need of you. And yes, this is, of course, my favorite part of the game, as if that needs saying. So the options are: I'm very flattered, but I have a woman. Sorry. What is it you need me for? Or, great, I have need of you as well. Got any mead? Apparently, mead is a running gag with this character. So, obviously, the other options may take us down other paths, but let's at least, for the first run, let's try to play the game properly. So I'll say I'm very flattered, but I have a woman. Sorry. And that gives us another 5 honor points. If we didn't already have plenty of honor, we could get another 5 honor points through this. But anyway. But I am so lonely. Please, can you not help me? Just stay and talk with me for a year or two. Maybe you know someone that could keep me company? Anything? Well, I don't really know anyone who could keep you company, but whom did we meet who was like a little girl? Well, we have this tree here. Maybe the woman would like a tree. A young dryad. I shall plant here near the shore, and we can keep each other company. And what fun we will have with any men that come our way. Oh, thank you so much. And I think that gave us 10 honor points, so that's another way to crank up your honor if we still need it anymore. And so now, look, little dryad, it is the young hero who brought you to me. Thank you for introducing us, O mighty adventurer. No problem, you yellow-skinned young madam. You have some pretty serious jaundice there. You might want to get that looked at. Oh, and more about the smell. A strange smell is coming from the west. You think for a minute and decide that if fish were to wear perfume, it would smell just like this. Come on, women don't smell fishy unless they, that's a sentence that I shouldn't finish. Long have I waited for a worthy warrior to wield me. I sense you have need of me. But are you worthy of me? I may have need of you. What are you? I am the greatest defense a warrior will ever need. Touch me, and we will see if you are worthy. Okay, You are worthy of me. Long have I waited for you. We will do such good together. Okay, cool. So this is some kind of defense orb, I guess. I guess it increases our defense, maybe? Well, our defense is still 5, but I think in combat it actually significantly impacts your significantly boosts your defense. But anyway, more about registering the game. Notice that this is not crippled in any way. Yeah, so this is not shareware that is crippled to get you to register. It's the full game such as it is. So, if you enjoy it, how about helping out 4 guys and a gal trying to break into being a game company? So, let's see. How does it benefit me? Well, we are committed to low-priced shareware. Once we get our feet on the ground, that means better games on BBSs that can be registered for a low cost. Okay, how do I help? Well, you take $3 out of your wallet or write a check to register this game with Jamie C. Wakefield address for only $3. Okay, anything else? For $3, you get a picture of the designers. One of them is a hot babe, a thank you note, and a certificate of registration that says, "See, this is proof I support shareware." Not bad for $3. Yeah, I guess that's okay for $3. I mean, you get a picture of 4 guys and a hot babe. I mean, who wouldn't want to pay $3 for that? Actually, I think there are other ways to. Well, this was before the internet, but I think even before the internet, there were other ways of getting pictures of hot babes, although maybe not for as little as $3. I don't know. Weren't the elves around here somewhere? They probably have archers waiting in the trees watching my every move. Ah, here's the elf. An elf village lies in the distance. A lone elf stands guard at the road leading into the elf village. Hail! Hail, young warrior. What brings you to our village? Are you have a sword for me? I have a very powerful sword for sale. Have you anything of worth to trade for it? I don't think he needs the key or the bell, but maybe this gem. A life gem. Amazing. I will gladly trade my sword for this. Okay, so here we go. So now we have a sword. Great. And if we come back here, my wife loved the heart gem very much. I hope you're enjoying the sword half as much as I'm enjoying my wife's gratitude. I wonder how the wife is expressing her gratitude. All right, so we got the sword, and we've already seen every single screen in the game. So let's go back and or not fix, but let's finish off the things that we didn't do. So now we have way more than enough honor to satisfy this dwarf. So let's click on the dwarf's axe again. You are the one. Long have we waited for you. I have heard rumors of a dragon in the area. This armor will guard you if you try to slay him. So cool, we have the sword, we have the armor, and we have the protection, and we have the light. We don't even really need the lightning, but we have the lightning anyway. So, yeah, let's go back and wrap up the stuff that we haven't finished yet. So let's see. So I think this is where we started. So let's go through everything. So we've done that. Finished with this guy. If we enter the church now, yeah, it still doesn't do anything, I don't think, because our stats are already at max. So, okay. Am I able to defeat this guy now? Probably. So let's see. If we just say, that wouldn't be human blood on that axe, would it? Actually, it is dwarf blood, but humans are much tastier. Okay, here we go. So this is the combat interface. So, thrust and slash are pretty classic. I mean, thrust is just basically a quick thrust, and slash does more damage, but is slower. Berserk allocates all energy to hitting and damage, but leaves your defenses open, and magic must be taught before you can use it. Okay, so I think we can use magic. There we go. Wow. First time it did 1 point of damage, and the second time it did 49 points of damage. That's quite a divergence there. All right. So that's that. And if we leave and come back, the body of a strange creature is here, a victim of your great skill. But now that we've defeated that guy, I think if we go into the church, let's look at our health here. So our health is 22 right now, and if we enter the church, yeah, every time that you defeat an enemy in this game, it increases your maximum health by 5, but you have to go to a church and rest in the church before you can get to that maximum health. So, okay, that's fine. So this guy's dead. We've talked to this guy. Oh yeah, this guy. We'll want to do this, but before I do that, let's, because that guy's kind of a tough fight. Let's see. So here's another one of these guys. I think this guy is also not friendly. Let's see. That wouldn't be your dragon in my village, would it? I will feast on your brains, human. So, I mean, I'm not a professor of rhetoric, but I don't think that answered my question, sir. Are you going to answer my question? Or let's see. What happens if we do just a slash? Ooh, we've won already. Okay. All right. Nice. A strange being lies here dead from your skill with a blade. Okay. Cool. So, let's see. Can we fight this guy? I think so. It seems like I'm not taking any damage at all. I wonder if this sphere of protection actually prevents us from taking any damage whatsoever. That would be nice. But let's see. You want to get it on? Let's go. Yeah, this guy doesn't do any damage either. I can just keep thrusting at him, and he just doesn't do any damage whatsoever. It's kind of crazy. A large ogre thought he was tougher than you. Ha! Lies here. Something stinks. A strange smell is coming from the west. So now if we enter the church, we should have 37 health. Yeah, because we won two fights, and so our maximum health went up by 10. So let's see, what else do we have here? The sword, yeah, we just need to ignore that. Oh yeah, this guy. So we say, let's say, can't we talk about this? We sure can. I'm a vegetarian. Would you care for some bean soup? Where we say, don't worry, I won't hurt you. That is good, as I have no wish to hurt you either. Yeah, so this guy's friendly, and saying that also increased our honor by 5 points again. You can say attack. I think you can fight him and kill him, but let's leave this guy alone because he's friendly and he's a vegetarian. So yeah, this is where we took the key. That's yeah. So all of this has already been finished. So yeah. So we're almost done. We just need to, let's see, where's that guy who, this guy. All right, so let's go ahead and attack this guy now. But even this guy, yeah, doesn't do us any damage. So we have pretty good protection. Let's go ahead and, there we go, we have won. All right. Yes, let's enter the hole. Ah, you have defeated the guardian I constructed to keep fools and the unworthy from seeing me, which is good because I need your help. I am the cat god. The little mice things have devised a defense against me and my kin. If they are able to perfect this hideous device, I and all cats will eventually starve to death. If you can bring me this new thing, I will reward you greatly. I'm gonna guess he's talking about this bell, since there were mice around the bell when we found it. What a diabolical device! My gratitude is without limits. Enjoy your new agility. May it help you as much as you have helped me. So our agility is now 66, which I think is significantly more than it was before. So, and also, if you wanna practice fighting, the creature seems whole and unharmed, ever vigilant, ever watchful. You can actually just keep fighting him. You can fight him again and again and again, and he will never die. I mean, he'll run out of health points, but when he does, he just jumps right back. And I think, let me just find a church and go into the church. Yeah, again, every time you defeat that guy, your maximum health goes up by 5. So if you want, you can just get unlimited amounts of health by just fighting that guy over and over. And each time your maximum health will go up by 5, then go to the church and rest in the church, and you can end up with massive amounts of health. So, I mean, I could build up my health even more by fighting that guy a few more times, but I think I'm ready to take on the dragon because it seems like I can't take any damage with my current setup anyway, so let's go ahead and just keep going west here. There we go. So we're back at the dragon, so let's do this. Let's attack the dragon, and let's just go berserk. Yeah, see, the dragon can't hurt us. I don't know why. I don't know if that's intentional, but it is the case. So yeah, let's do magic on that dragon. Yeah, 45 points of damage. That's right. 34, 36, 32. Man, this dragon's pretty tough. All right, you have won. All right. You have slain the dragon. The remaining villagers hoist you up on their shoulders and parade you around what is left of the village. When they set you down, your wife leaps into your arms. You love the smell of dragon's blood in the morning. So this is what we look like, and you might want to remember this picture because this does appear again in the sequel, just so that you can remember what our character looks like. All done? If you enjoyed this game, please press the About Hero button for information on supporting the authors. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed our game. I really did. I mean, again, it's such a short game. It's such a silly game, and the graphics really, I mean, these graphics look like some kind of acid trip or something. The graphics are so, half the time the colors on the graphics are way off, or they look really, really badly dithered. And yet there's just something so charming about this game, about how it was made by, just the homemade charm of this game, made by a small handful of people who did the graphics themselves, did the programming and writing themselves, and the result is so cheesy, but it just has that sort of artisan touch to it that you would not get from a game made by a big studio full of people where there are, 1,000 people working on the same game. So this is the kind of game that I like. So now that we've won the game, let's go ahead and go back and do the handful of deadly things that would have gotten us killed. So I'll say sneak back into the woods. So what? Why do I not have any directional arrows? I think the game did not reset properly. That's annoying. Hold on, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, it's didn't reset properly after. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and quit the game and try again. So let's see. Where did I put it? It was in Hero. I think the executable was called Hero v1.exe. Yes, it was for version 1, and I don't think there was ever a version 2. Anyway, let's try this again. So let's go ahead and say play, and let's try this now. Back to the village, sneak into the woods. Okay, now I have the directional arrows. So let's see. What are the bad things that we can do? If we say, are you nuts, I'm not fighting any dragon, I don't think this... Oh, it actually takes away our honor. I have -1 honor now. Oh, and you can keep doing this to lose honors. You can keep subtracting honor until you have -infinity honor. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, look, can we attack the unicorn? Oh, we can. Oh, and the unicorn actually defeated us. Okay. Bummer. The enemy wins. All right. Well, that was unfortunate. I wonder what. I don't think defeating the unicorn gets us anything, though. I don't think we're supposed to defeat that unicorn. So. All right, let's see. So that was that. What else do we have here? What have we not seen? If I say I seek mead and a woman to replace the one I lost, I have no mead, nor have I had a woman for so long. And we lost 5 honor from that. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh yeah, the sword. So if we listen to the sword and try to take the sword, you grasp the hilt of the blood-red sword, and you know that you are now a god. You slay the dragon that dared invade your village. Then you slay the elves, the dwarves, the hobbits, the fairies, your wife, and every tree in the forest. Gosh. Bummer, the enemy wins. Okay. So that is that. And what else? Let's see, is this where yeah, here we go. So here's the sword. So alright, so here's the key. And the key is completely useless, but if we tell this witch now, don't get snippy or I'll take a round out of you. Oh, we actually end up fighting her. Okay, and oh, she did quite a bit of damage there, actually. Alright. Alright, what else? I think that's most of it, but, see, yeah, so there's the key, and okay. I guess we can attack this wizard, but I don't think, yeah, I don't think we get anything from defeating him. I don't think we're supposed to fight that guy, so let's not do that. And what else? Let's see. So, yes, of course, this lady. So, well, let's go ahead and be dishonorable and indulge her in her request. What is it you need of me? Touch me, and I will show you pleasures all young men dream about. Great. I have need of you as well. Got any mead? You spend a few days frolicking with this lovely nymph. You feel a little guilty for cheating on your wife, and our honor went down by 5 points. And if we click on the woman, the nymph seduces you on the shore. It feels great, but you feel horribly guilty, and we lost another 5 points. And I think, yeah, you can just keep clicking. You can just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and lose unlimited amounts of honor. So now with our -150 honor, let's see. Let's say, you bet I'm worthy. I'm the best hunter in my village. Physical skill means nothing. Touch me and let me know if you're an honest, worthy man. Okay. You are not honorable enough. Yeah, with my -150 honor, I guess I'm not. No thanks, I've had bad experiences with magic. I can help you save your woman. Well, I don't think this character is quite planning to save his woman at this point. Anyway, all right. Oh, and I guess we can attack the elf as well, but I don't think you really need help. You know that. I think. Yeah. I wonder what happens if you actually kill these characters like the elf and the wizard and things like that. I don't think anything happens. I think it just I think they just remain dead, and then you can't get whatever item you were able to get from them. So anyway, that is Hero the Challenge. I think that's pretty much everything that there is to see in the game. So yeah, so the first game is well, it is what it is. I mean, it is what you've seen. The second game is a little bit more involved in some ways. It's a little more polished, a little more professional, and it's pretty funny. Like I was saying, I didn't do an April Fool's video this year, but playing the second game is almost like an April Fool's joke because it really just has some it 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 has some moments that are just a bit ridiculous. This game was, I mean, it's a very amateurish game, but at least the tone of the game is, I mean, the tone is kind of lighthearted. It has some jokes in it, it has some funny moments in it, but it's still fairly serious. But the second game is kind of like, it's almost like a practical joke on the player sometimes. It's just, it's pretty, it's it's something else entirely. But I'll go ahead and stop this video for now and leave this as it is. And next time maybe let's play through Super Her and see what experiences we can have with that. Until then, thanks for watching, folks. I hope that this was enjoyable. I hope that you enjoyed watching me play Hero the Challenge, and we will challenge each other's. We will challenge each other to be heroes again in future videos. Until then, I will see you folks later, and yeah, don't listen to what talking swords tell you to do. If you ever meet a talking sword, don't heed its advice. Bad thing to do. So that's my tip of the day.